And we have returned. You're listening to CSC Talk Radio. This is Melody. This isn't Melody. This is Beth Ann. I'm visiting with Melody. See how confused
I'm
I am.
I'm really worried now.
So am I.
Hey.
No. I mean that I don't know who I am. We're both short. We both have kind of reddish brown hair. I think, we've seen one, you've seen the other. So, anyway, we're back from the break. And we were talking about it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We know that something's going to happen, and we're not trying to be doomer and gloomers. We just know that there is a cycle of things. And right now, this is you can't keep blowing that balloon up. It's going to pop eventually. And so let's talk about what we should do, Melody.
I mean, truly, and I couldn't sell gold and silver if I didn't believe in it, if I didn't understand money, and because I'm not a con person to where I can, I'm not a hardcore, salesperson and, high pressure and all that. I can't sell igloos to Eskimos. So, but I know the truth. And I know my product, and I know money, and I know how it works, and I see your debt, and I understand debt, and I think gold and silver is the only way that you can preserve your purchasing power through these times. It's interesting that I was reading through the New York Times article or report or whatever you want to call it about Trump and his father, and they're converting the money that his father gave to President Trump in today's terms, in today's value. And I thought that's the only time they ever include inflation. Usually they don't want to include inflation, and then they tell us we have no inflation, and they tell us nothing is, our dollars purchase the same thing and so forth. They don't, we, as long as we make it to spend it, everything is okay. But when I was reading that article, it was like, oh, in today's terms, his father gave him $400 million. So, well, that's the first time I ever heard the other side use inflation as in reference to to something like that. So, and that's exactly what we have. It just shows how little our currency, because it's not money, our exchange paper that we use, how little and how much it's lost, how little value it has, and just how much it has lost in that value. So, by owning gold and silver, it will protect you against that. And, I do see it. I mean, you can't help but read day after day. You have all of these, so-called these billionaire investors. You just had Stan Druckenmiller, and he says the next financial crisis is going to be worse than the last one in the Great Recession of 2008 due to the soaring levels of debt. This massive debt problem we have. Even Warren Buffett, and I'm no fan of these people, but they're coming out and they understand where it's heading. Warren Buffett said, yeah, it's going to be worse than 2008.
And the American people that have been able and and I'm not putting this down at all. And the only reason we call it crumbs is that's what Pelosi called it, and it's not an extremely big amount of tax return, but these crumbs that the American people are getting, they haven't been saving them. They haven't been putting it to use. They've been spending. It's just more to spend, and that doesn't fix the problem at home either.
Well, I even have questions on the number of crumbs, because why would personal debt, credit card debt, be increasing to records, beating out 2008 if there was enough tax credits coming through to help them? They're so tiny, if any, just as you said.
Because they're still spending. Or we wouldn't
have those credit card rates or those credit card debts rising.
Because they think they can spend more. I mean, they're doing just the same thing that Congress is doing. I get a little more, I'm going to spend more. And they're not spending what they get. They're spending more than what they get, whether it's a $50 crumb, a $500 crumb, or a $5,000 crumb. It doesn't matter. They're going to spend it and more because they think, oh, I'm getting a little bit more, but they don't look at it logically.
And this is what confidence will do to you. Confidence can destroy you if you believe that things will be better tomorrow. That's what happens with when people have adjustable rate mortgages. Today they're doing great. They're planning their future. They're planning, in 5, 8, 10 years, I'm going to have, so many raises and we'll be a little bit better off and so forth. And they plan that. They plan on all the good things that are going to happen. Rarely do they ever plan on worst case scenario. And usually you're going to have adjustments, particularly when you're younger. You're going to have these adjustments as you go through your career. You change jobs and jobs are lost. You're laid off. You're going to have these adjustments, and an extra baby comes along or something. And, next thing you know, that adjustable rate is due. You get adjusted, and, and all of a sudden you can't afford your payment now. And the next thing you know, you lose your home. And you can't keep up with the payments because you didn't save. You didn't, because things continue to get more expensive. So we don't have any savings in this country. Health care. No one talks about health care anymore.
Well, they are now that elections are gearing up because they want
wait
Obamacare back,
premiums.
and we've only got about a minute and 20 seconds. Do you have something that you want to a special or anything that you want to share with the listeners today?
We do have a $425, and this was actually priced a couple days ago before we saw the moves in gold and silver. We have 90% silver, $25 face value, and a 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle. It includes your shipping costs, and that's $425. The 90% silver is 50-cent pieces. And, of course, the 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle. Most of them I have in inventory are 2018, so they're new. So
okay.
Great little package.
That is a great little package.
$425 includes your shipping costs. So they can call us at 1-800-375-4188. And we didn't have any callers today.
We didn't. They're all infatuated with us. 1-800-375-4188 is Discount Gold and Silver Trading's office number. 1-800-375-4188. Go to Melody's website, which is dgscoins.com. That's dgscoins.com. Or you can visit my website and just click on her icon. It'll take you right there. Sign up for her newsletter. She's got lots of good stuff in that and lots of different writers, and one day I'll be back there.
We're still waiting for you.
I know you are. You scared me away is what you did.
No.
You didn't. I've just been busy trying to get things done here. Thank you, Melody. We are out of time. I appreciate you being here with us so much. Again, it's 1-800-375-4188. She has a special for today, but you can talk to her about any kind of need or trade or buy that you want and see what she can do for you. 1-800-375-4188. You've been listening to CSE Talk Radio. We don't want us to be divided. We want us to be united. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, or what you believe. We need to be united as a people. And that's the only way we can help one another and bring America home.